So they finally announced like the final schools, like here's the cut. So I'm like, oh great, like we get another burst of energy to do a little bit more code refinement and anticipation of like soon I will get data, very soon. So do some interface redesign from the user testing. I integrate some of the more easy aspects and the really like, oh my god, that really would be great. Why didn't I think of that kind of stuff? It came out of user testing. So I'm getting all excited. It's like, great, this is back in May. So I'm like, great, man, this is great. It's going to have plenty of time to get in front of parents so they can plan for, the inevitable. So May, a week later, I'm like, hey, where's my data? It hasn't been finalized. Okay, fine, I understand. June. July. Beginning of August. In the meantime, well, it's not completely that. I did get bell times somewhere in the summer, I forget when. Jim Dispenza gave them to me. And then, like, 2 weeks before school, Will, awesome dude, man. he wants to give me data, but he's not allowed to give me data until someone says he can give me data. If I would, again, I'm sure it would have been a different situation if I were a CPS employee. But anyway, so I'm like, great, I got some data, fantastic. So I could start building this up. So what about school locations? School list is getting close to fully vetted. This is 2 weeks before school. And CPS management, way above Will's pay grade, I'm sure, hasn't fully vetted the schools list. And I'm thinking to myself, as a CPS parent and like a developer who wants to get this thing out in front of parents, it's 2 weeks to school, Come on, But I went off on vacation. I had a long planned 5-day vacation when I came back. So that's when I got the idea, you know what, I'm a volunteer. This is something they didn't ask for. I'm not their priority. So, it is what it is. When you build things on a volunteer basis, it is what it is. You're not the central priority of CPS. So they give you data when they want to give you data. They make decisions on their own timeline, not my timeline. My timeline would have been, this would have been done in June. Their timeline is they've got to do various management processes before they can release those data. It's really, it's not Will's fault. So it's a matter of priorities. Where do you fall on that list? And a volunteer web app is pretty low on that list. So I get back from vacation. I had a long weekend away with the kids. This is, sitting in my email box is data. Great. Again, that guy's awesome. I love that guy. So can you match up with phone numbers? You have to understand that they were also trying to update their website at the same time I'm asking questions. And Will was fantastic. Like, yeah, sure, give me a minute. Like, I think maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours later, he gives me this wonderful thing.
And again, thank you for all the help, but that's what they're talking about. We had it out a lot last year. So that must have been a caveat.
There you go. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's like, it's an interesting place to be. So again, Will's giving me data, feeding me data as he can, as he's working on stuff on his own. For his job, he's feeding me data too, which is like, wow, that's great. So Def Code 1, right? It's like, oh my God, I gotta get this out. I gotta get my kids in the routine going to school. I've got a day job that had a tight deadline that week. School starts in a few days. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's one of those weeks for me. And the saving grace in all this really was my wife. She allowed me to spend my time to do this. I can't give her enough credit. So yeah, Sunday school starts tomorrow. A couple more. Oh crap! It's 6 o'clock. I gotta get this thing out. So I got it out. So I just launched it. I was like, okay, screw this. I'm launching this thing. And so out it went. It's in the form that you saw. So yeah, not quite how I envisioned things to roll. I mean, the deadlines were off, or my personal in my head deadlines were not the same timeline as CPS. There's still no crossing guard data. Basically because the police have those data, and probably not in a format that is readily accessible. I'm not even sure what format they have those data in. I just haven't talked to the right person yet. It's just one of those time things. I just don't have time to make the right contacts.
You were probably never get that. Just being honest.
Yeah, there you go. There's my answer. There's my answer right there. So, again, but I was told the same thing about, say, passage routes, that I would never get those, and those came out. So,
But those were released, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Those-
well, at first I was told that they would never release them in that format. It wasn't by you, it was by someone else. So, but anyway.